Dr. Ashraf Chowdhury.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I'm delighted to speak on this bill. Mr. Speaker, first of all, can I just say that I'm really disappointed to see the chairman of our Primary Production Committee, who's a very conscientious person, and I have a lot of respect for him as an MP and as the chair of the committee. But tonight I really feel quite disappointed that he had to, for the sake of his party, he had to, vote. He's going to vote against this bill, which is quite really. Somebody like him, I would have expected that, for the sake of animal cruelty, that I know he's against that. He's a farmer, and I got a lot of time for him, and he knows. He raises animals like children, and I know he has a lot of respect for animals, and tonight I'm really disappointed that he has to, I suppose, for the sake of party. Yes, I know. And the two arguments here, Mr. Speaker. One, the issue is that New Zealand is known for its ethical and sustainable production of primary production. Right? The rest of the world knows that they like our products because they know it's safe food, they know that it's produced ethically, and it's produced sustainability. And that's a perception. And perception is often a reality. And when we get out there and people love asking about how good our agriculture is, and they admire what we do, and part of that is that we look after the animals, and we do well, and we feed them well. Oftentimes you go to some developing country and see animals really in a bad shape, unhealthy, sick, and all that. But when people come, the visitors come and see healthy animals on our farms, they really appreciate it. But this bill is about, animal cruelty, stopping animal cruelty, and so the production of animal in New Zealand is very well known outside, and people like it because what we do is seem to be ethical and produced on a sustainable basis. Now, so that's a perception we want to carry on. And second argument is about economics. And I think that's where the government is coming from, that this thing may not be economic. Now, can I say to Mr. Shane Arden that we have a brand. It's called 100% Pure. And that brand is a good brand, and people like it. Now, if people out there, if they see that we don't treat our animal very well, it doesn't matter which animal. Is it, we don't export a lot of pork, but that's an animal. This perception out there will be, well, look, there's something not right if we don't treat our animal well. And, whether it's a cubicle farming, or it's a crate farming, any confined farming is, seen as our perception of future, ethical growing of production of animal grows around the world. And we know, and we have spoken in the previous bill where we talk about animal cruelty, particularly the pets and the dogs and animals in the cities, if you like, situation. Here, as I've said previously many times in these debates, that the perception of the world is changing, and our importers are becoming very well aware that they are importing ethically produced stuff from New Zealand. And we don't want, as a nation, as an exporting nation, we don't want the perception to change that we don't treat our animal well. And this in particular bill deals with, is pigs in crates, and that perception, when we see those movies and the videos done by Mr. King and shown all over the world. Today is a matter of just pushing a button and the pictures go around the world. So very unfortunate, but this is the perception that developed. Somehow we are not treating our animal very well. We do treat our animal very well, generally speaking. Everybody knows that. But this perception, and I'm worried about that. I hope as we go through the select committee Mr. Speaker, that I'm sure Mr. Arden will be looking into this, that I hope during the process when you get the submissions that he will change his mind, and I hope maybe he should even cross the floor.
Agreed to advise.